Hockey fans, high and low, welcome into the push for the President's Cup. I'm Marshall Hughes, that's Mark Whiteman, Jordan Kramer. She's going to join us in just a moment. You like goals? We got them. You want fights? We're going to have those, just part of our celebration of a fun year on Knoxville's frozen pond, Mark.
Marshall, 4 President's Cup trophies already on the mantle for the Ice Bears. 4 wins from hoisting their 5th as they skate into the SPHL semifinals for a 2nd straight season.
Yeah, they're going to head to Huntsville tomorrow night to face the league's defending champs for Game 1 of the best-of-3 series. Knoxville just 2-4 in the regular season against the Havoc, but have won their final game of the season against them 4-1 just over 3 weeks ago. Knoxville will skate into the Civic Coliseum for Game 2 on Saturday. Going to wait to be there. Going to want to be there early, that is, for Rick Barnes to drop the ceremonial first puck pregame. And if things are tied after the weekend, a decisive Game 3 is set for Monday night back in Huntsville.
Yeah, but Knoxville didn't need 3 games to get past Macon in the challenge round. The Ice Bears sweeping the Mayhem over the weekend with wins on Friday and Saturday night. Had they needed a 3rd game, it would have been on Sunday, but the Ice Bears had other ideas for how they wanted to spend it.
Well, after we won Game 1, the last thing we went out and said before Game 2 was, we're not missing the Masters and we're not missing the Game of Thrones as a team. Let's get this job done.
Just couldn't miss Tigers Sunday Red or the Game of Thrones series premiere, so they took care of business with a 3-2 clinching win.
You know, this Ice Bears team, it's swapped names and faces all season, but Hayden Stewart, he's been a constant, and so has his bright red mask. Jordan Kramer joins us now with a closer look at what the design on his mask represents. Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Marshall. In hockey, a goalie's mask is kind of an extension of the goalie. Cilla Brush captures that like none other, designing masks for many goalies across the NHL. She's also the artist behind the mask of Knoxville Ice Bear Hayden Stewart. Her design helped him pay tribute to his family away from home. Some wear their heart on their sleeve. Like most goalies, Hayden Stewart wears his on the back plate of his helmet.
It's special. I mean, it's kind of, when you put your helmet on and, you know, if you kind of look at those symbols, it's all kind of, I don't know, you got to live life to the fullest. Stewart
was just 6 years old when he started playing organized hockey. A dozen years later, the sport took him to Corpus Christi, Texas to play for the NAHL Ice Rays. It was there where his billet dad, Alan Morris, and his family became like a second family.
I mean, that's where you sleep, that's where you eat, that's where you go home to every day after practice. So they're a big part of your life. They always support you a lot.
Stewart left Texas for the USHL. Soon after, Alan Morris, his billet dad, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
I mean, for me, it wasn't easy. My billet mom, I know, was having a hard time, and just kind of texting her, asking how he was doing, and kind of just trying to give her some hope, some positive energy.
In 2016, Morris passed away. Later that year, Stewart had the opportunity to design a helmet. It was Morris at the forefront of his mind. A purple ribbon to represent the disease and a cowboy to represent the man.
And that kind of symbolizes my billet dad too, kind of just that I don't know, that I kind of think of it as a cowboy attitude, just like hard-nosed, hard-working, just kind of doing whatever it takes to get the job done.
The back plate serves as a tribute to a man who supported his journey, and a reminder to compete every day like it's your last.
You know, obviously when you play, and especially playoffs now, just competing every day as hard as you can, even if you don't feel your best, and that's kind of what I think about it.
Stewart has been a brick wall so far this postseason, stopping 61 of the 64 shots he's seen for a 95.3 save percentage and a perfect 2-0 record. Marshall, over to you.
Head coach of the Ice Bears, Jeff Carr, joining me in the studio. Jeff, thanks for being here. We just heard from Hayden Stewart. What has he meant to this team this season?
Well, Hayden's been unflappable all year. Unfortunately, he's had a couple injuries, but to come off the IR literally the last day of season and get a huge win for us, give us home ice advantage, and then the 2 big wins to get us to the first round of playoffs, he's been fantastic for us.
I know a lot will be asked of him once again on Thursday night. When you look at this matchup, taking on the reigning champs in the SPHL. That's got to be something you're looking forward to.
We are. We have a committed hockey team right now, and every guy in our room would do anything for each other. So you culminate with that with the team defense that we've been playing, the goaltending. Our special teams are heating up right now. We like this matchup a lot.
This is your second season with the Ice Bears, both seasons leading them to the semifinals. Now you're hoping to go even further. I want to know, how much fun, though, with this group are you having this season?
Yeah, I've said it before. I've coached for almost a decade, and this is bar none my favorite group of guys, favorite season. It's been a trying year at times with it seems like a revolving door from goalie injuries to guys going to Europe to trades and cuts, but at the end of the day, we put a plan in with guys and what we wanted to see going into playoffs, and we have that exact roster right now.
Do you like this group? Do you feel like it has what it takes to get past?
Yeah, we've proved it against every team in the league, and obviously we're going in prepared for every single game, and we're not overlooking the next day or a sweep or anything like that. That's why we have the right team right now.
For people that haven't watched the Ice Bears yet at all this season, what's one thing they need to know about this group?
I would never bet against this group. So if it's a physical game, if it's clearing out in front, if it's special teams, it does not matter what it is, blocking shots, eating pucks at the end of the game, I'd never bet against this team.
And how much are you looking at the last time y'all played the Havoc? Because I know there's been some wins and losses, I think 2 and 4 against this team this season against Huntsville, but last game y'all played, it was a 4-1 win.
Well, we split with them on a Saturday, Sunday, and we're pretty good on 3-game series, especially right in a row. We usually win by 3 or 4 goals when we've played on that third day. So we like this series for a best of 3, and we played 5 of 6 good periods against them, but we really got under their skin that last Sunday and won 4-1, and it was all hands on deck.
All right, Jeff, we appreciate you being here. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, Mark, we'll send things over to you.
Marshall, thanks. We got aspiring meteorologist Lonnie Clary here, going through a little bit of weather as we come towards Huntsville here in a few days. Lonnie, he's a California guy, so 75 degrees and sunny year-round. But what do we see in this forecast here, Lonnie?
Yeah, Mark, I'm not too good with this rain scenario here, but it looks like there's a big L heading towards Huntsville, so I don't know what that means, but it looks like there's going to be some bad news here coming soon for Huntsville soon.
A big L heading towards Huntsville. You heard it here first. As it moves right on in, the Ice Bears will be there tomorrow night for Game 1. Hey, we're just getting started. Drop your gloves and get on the ice. We've got our favorite fights of the year still to come on Push for the President's Cup.
You, come here. Yeah, a little closer. Just a little bit. Wait, right there. You're watching the Push to the President's Cup on WATE.
Man, this Lonnie guy is everywhere, coming for our jobs. All right, we got Bryce Neilson in the studio now. First year in Knoxville, first year in the SPHL. Bryce, tell me a little bit about this first year being in Knoxville. What are your impressions of East Tennessee?
Oh, I love Knoxville. I haven't been to this side of the country really before, so it's been great. I think we have a great team and organization here. I think it's the best atmosphere to play for sure in the league, so definitely happy to be here and be a part of it.
And you're from the West Coast, but you played hockey in college up in New Hampshire, right? So how does Knoxville compare to maybe being up in the Northeast?
Oh, it's definitely warmer, so it's a good thing. But yeah, again, it's just a great place to be, and happy to be here.
To be part of this team in this season as you guys make a push into the semifinals, what's the journey been like for you?
It's been good to be a part of the success we've had here so far. I came in a little bit later in the season, but feel like I've made an impact, and happy to be here every day and help the team.
Is that tough to kind of come in middle of the year, not all the way through the season here, and find your footing?
It's definitely a little bit tough, but I think a lot of the guys here really helped make that transition easy, and yeah, it's been good.
Favorite thing to do in Knoxville? Go ahead.
Oh, that's a tough question. A lot of good spots to eat, I think, for sure.
You got a favorite?
Makino's.
Putting your feet to the fire right now. Makino's.
Japanese buffet.
Woof, I like that. And then talk to me about Jeff Carr and what he's been able to do here, your relationship with your coach.
Yeah, I think he's been a great help to myself and the team. Definitely helped make it easy to transition from college to professional level. So he's a good teacher, and I like to learn from him.
What can you guys take away from what you learned playing Huntsville in the regular season as you get ready to face them here in the semifinals?
I think we match up well against them. They're a fast team, and we're equally as fast. And I think we can really match their game. And I know the regular season doesn't always translate to playoffs, and I think we can really show them what we can do here.
You ever think about what it'd be like to hoist the President's Cup here in your first year in this league?
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah. 4 wins to get there. Bryce, Neilson, thank you for stopping by, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ice Bears forward. 13 goals for Neilson, good for 4th on the team. Jordan?
Hey, Mark. Bryce Neilson and the Ice Bears, they've gotten to the second round of the playoffs from hard work, but it's the hard work of their equipment manager that gets them on the ice to begin with. I shadowed Knoxville's equipment manager, Brian McQueen, to kind of get a feel of what game day looks like from behind the scenes.
Before the goals, before the blades even hit the ice, the Ice Bears have work to do to get ready for game day.
Usually on game day mornings, I get here around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I won't leave until after everything's done, after everything's put away, cleaned, washed, folded. And so usually runs about 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I don't get a lot of sleep.
Brian McQueen was working in the front office of the ECHL's Kansas City Mavericks just a year ago when he was approached about a job in equipment management. He took a chance and didn't look back.
They said I got a little too comfortable, a little too quick. Once I learned how to buzz skates, get everything set up for the day, locker room, cleanliness, things like that, it was all secondhand nature. So
Jeff Carr added McQueen to the Ice Bears staff in September, and his list of daily to-dos came soon after. That's not including his daily interruptions.
what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to round the edges off, and so it's not so like cut it. That will work, really.
But those interruptions still a welcome relief from the more mundane tasks.
Favorite part of the job every day. Laundry's always the best part of the day.
Now McQueen's job is more crucial than just clean clothes. If he makes even a small mistake, it can mean a massive impact on the ice.
It's a lot of attention to detail, and if it's not paid attention to, a guy can blow out a skate, a guy can basically not play in a game.
It's not glamorous, and at times it's stressful, but McQueen wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Every day is my favorite day of the week. It's hockey day. My job is not a job to me.
Gotta love that. Now, I asked McQueen what his most stressful part of the job was, and he said once he had to sharpen 6 pairs of skates in an intermission. Luckily, he got it all done, and the Ice Bears were back in business. Mark Marshall.
All right, Jordan, thanks. Sharp skates, a must if you're making the grade for our top goals of the year, Mark.
We haven't been in-house for every Ice Bear score this season, of course, but our top cuts are USDA Prime for your consumption.
Hey, we're cheating a bit at number 5. Keith's not an Ice Bear. He's just a fan, and you can tell he's also an elf. But he's been ready for this moment his whole life. You ride that pony, cowboy. Keith winning a signed Preds jersey for his efforts.
Number 4, Quad City in the Coliseum. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Doug Rose from the blue line. Peter DeSalvo couldn't stop that salvo. 9 goals this year for Rosie.
Meet Roberts Locans. No longer with the Ice Bears, but he scored one of the best of them in Knoxville. Top shelf, going into the cookie jar. Stick side, too. One of the 3 Ice Bears goals against Fayetteville that night. Needed them all in that 3-2 win.
Number 2, pull up to the drive-thru and get you a combo meal. Puck hopping, passes driving. Scotty Cuthrell behind the crease. The old Rapparoo. Together, everyone achieves more. Team.
All nice, but our undisputed number 1. Christmas in the Coliseum. David Brandsick with a stocking stuffer. Right out of midair. On the deflection, he backhands it in. Doesn't get much prettier than that. We got a lot of great moments over the last 6 months for this group. Still hoping to make many more, too, in the next few weeks.
Yeah, but we've still got many more moments to come here on the push for the President's Cup. He's been going to hockey games in Knoxville since the 1960s. The definition of an Ice Bear superfan still to come. And, of course, we've got our fights as well.
No.
That's what I would have said. Oh,
No.
my goodness.
I literally was
gracious,
told,
dude.
go nuts.
No, my favorite is the one glove off. And then he goes, oh, wait, just kidding. It's funny, actually.
I don't know.
Plenty of ribbing going on in the studio. They're going to be facing forwards as we get to know our Ice Bears after the break.
Вы смотрите битву за президентский кубок.
Translation, you're watching the push to the President's Cup on WATE.
Yeah, hey guys, alongside our new meteorologist, Lonnie Cleary and Chandler Maudry. You did such a good job at that.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate that.
pretty comfortable there, but also pretty comfortable on this team, having been here
Right.
less than a month. But you guys kind of know a lot of people.
Yeah, no, it goes back all the way to junior hockey and even before that, playing with Maudry and Nealer and Mueller as well. We've been going back all the way till 15, 16 years old, so it was good to come into a locker room with a couple close home buddies, to say the least.
Now, the two of you both kind of finished your college season and then came here quickly after. How different is the pros versus that college life?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different. You know, like you're going to class and you're doing homework every day. We're here, you're at the rink for 4 or 5 hours a day, where your main focus is hockey rather than school. And we're both in college still right now, so we're still trying to focus on our studies and get our degrees and move on from there.
Now, I know you guys played on the same team in juniors and then now again. Have you ever played against each other?
Yeah, no, actually back when we were 15, 16, we played against each other, and he actually beat me in the state finals, and that was a pretty sour taste in my mouth. And then we actually got a bid to go to nationals, and then we faced off against each other in nationals. But going into playing it with each other in juniors, we kind of had that little sour taste about each other, but then it worked out to be super close friends now, and we talk to each other all the time, so it's good.
Did you reciprocate the sour taste?
Yeah, no, we weren't friends back in the day, that's for sure. We actually made the same junior team together and got the news we were living together about 2 weeks before we were supposed to move in, so yeah, it was definitely a bit different, but we got used to each other pretty quickly.
It ended up working out for the best, so we're happy that we live together and we got to know each other pretty good.
Now, I hear one of you is pretty, chirps a lot during the games.
That tends to be both of us, but I tend to take a little bit more on the heavy side, but he doesn't like to shy away either from throwing a couple chirps. I just can't throw the rated R chirps out here too often, I don't think.
Can you give us a PG chirp real quick?
I don't know. I think I got to keep it pretty PGG around here. I don't know if I don't got that in my bag.
All right, well, we'll listen for them this weekend. Probably won't put them on TV, but thanks, guys, for coming in.
Yeah, no worries.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks. Parental guidance needed for Lonnie's taunts, apparently, but hockey fights approved for all ages. Rule 56, originally called fisticuffs in the official NHL rulebook, has permitted in-game fighting for 97 years. That time-honed tradition of dropping gloves and throwing hooks is no stranger in Knoxville, where we've picked a few of our favorites this year. You know, when you shell out hard-earned cash for that pay-per-view fight that lasts 3 rounds, this is the opposite of that. Extended action there behind the net for Mitch Mueller in one of his first games with the Ice Bears. Hanging tough in Birmingham. All right, so this was on fight night at the Coliseum, so you know we needed a fracas. Christian Whitcomb letting Quad City have it. Connects and drops in a matter of seconds. Fistic efficiency at its finest. Nowhere else to go but back to Knoxville's sweep of Peoria for number 1. 4 straight wins against the league-leading Rivermen. But an all-time Donnybrook right here on our home ice. Check this out. Skirmish, tussle, free-for-all, whatever you want to call it. It's like catching the big one at Daytona. To make that one even sweeter, that win was the night that Knoxville clinched a playoff berth. Our favorite fights of the year. Doesn't get much better than that, Marshall.
All right, thanks, Mark. We're going to turn to 2 forwards on the Ice Bears, and Mitch Mueller and Stan Zahav. I want to talk to both of you guys because you guys are fairly new to the team. You joined in March. You joined in February. Stan from Russia. Mitch from Cali. What's it been like being here in Knoxville, Mitch?
I like it a lot. You know, I've played on a lot of teams in this league, and Knoxville is definitely my favorite so far.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes it your favorite?
The fans really they're so involved here, and that arena is awesome to play in.
Yeah, the Coliseum gets rocking.
Yeah.
That'll be rocking on Saturday night for this game against Huntsville. Stan, when you look at the Ice Bears, being from Russia, how's it been being in Knoxville for you?
Oh, I love it here. The great weather. I love the country music, which is kind of
really
weird. Yeah.
Who's your country artist? Eric Church. Not bad.
And just like Mitch said, fans. We have the best fans in the league. Unbelievable atmosphere. So it's really fun to be here.
Obviously playing on Thursday night in Huntsville, but how much are y'all looking forward to that playoff semifinal atmosphere on Saturday night?
Oh, a lot. You know, I think it's going to be bumping, and I mean, it's going to help us a lot.
Yeah, Stan, do you think that home ice advantage can help y'all get it done?
Yeah, huge. We're looking forward to start the second round. Obviously, coming back home and play here on Saturday. Last game on Friday home was really fun, and I can't even only imagine Saturday is going to be even more people, more fun. So looking forward.
When you look at this group as a whole, how much fun are y'all having? Not just on the ice, but off of it together. I think that plays a part too.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, I've played on a couple different teams, and this one we're all close. There's no outcasts. We're all best friends. So.
You follow that up, Stan?
Yeah, I think we really came together last few weeks as a group. You know, record shows too. We started winning towards the end a little more. You know, we had a little hiccups, if you call them.
Sure.
And I think we came together. We're playing better. We're playing together. We're playing for each other. So
Yeah.
I think we're showing our best hockey right now all year.
Yeah, it's all about playing at the right time and playing your best hockey in the playoffs. Looks like the Ice Bears are doing just that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
We will meet one of the Ice Bears' biggest fans coming up on a push for the President's Cup right here on WATE. Hockey has been played in Knoxville since the 1960s. The Knoxville Knights were the first on the scene, then came the Knoxville Cherokees and the Knoxville Speed before the Ice Bears began in 2002. W.P. Thurman has been here for all of it.
I've noticed over the years it's got so the crowd understands the game and what's going on, which they didn't used to. They more or less was interested in the rough stuff.
WP will tell you he likes to watch the goals being scored more than he does fights, but his favorite might be the atmosphere inside the Civic Coliseum.
I enjoy seeing the crowd getting into the game and enjoy it. I enjoy seeing the crowd enjoy the game. They make some noise. And I've got a cowbell I ring. I can't holler and go on, but I can ring a cowbell.
All right, WP, he's been going to hockey games in Knoxville since the 60s and says the most home games he's missed in one season probably been 2.
Wow.
Wild to think about that. You can find him in the Coliseum on Saturday night. Listen for that cowbell.
How could you miss it?
I know. So thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you. Have a good night.